The conference room fell silent as I walked in. My parents sat across the mahogany table, their faces pale with recognition. 20 years had passed, but they knew exactly who I was. Ms. Chen will be reviewing your company's acquisition proposal, my assistant announced before closing the door behind her. I watched my father's hand tremble as he reached for his water glass. My mother's eyes filled with tears she tried to blink away. I felt nothing. "Hello, Richard, Margaret," I said coolly, refusing to call them Mom and Dad. Those titles died the day they made their choice. I was 12 when they brought Lily home, a sweet 7-year-old from China with big eyes and a shy smile. At first, I tried to be the perfect older sister, but everything changed when my grades slipped during a difficult semester. I was struggling with undiagnosed ADHD, but they saw it as defiance, laziness. "Why can't you be more like Lily?" became their constant refrain. She was naturally gifted, effortlessly perfect. I was the problem child, the disappointment. The breaking point came when I got accepted to State University with a partial scholarship. I needed help with the remaining tuition. My father looked me in the eye and said, "We've decided to invest in Lily's future instead. She has real potential." They paid for her prestigious boarding school, her Ivy League education, her graduate studies. I got a part-time job, took out loans, and put myself through school. I stopped calling, they stopped trying. Now, 2 decades later, I sat before them as the CEO of a private equity firm that controlled their company's fate. Their family business was drowning in debt, and I held the only lifeline. "Your proposal is insufficient," I said, flipping through their documents. "You're asking for $15 million to restructure, but your projections are unrealistic." "Please, Jen," my mother started. "Ms. Chen," I corrected sharply. My father cleared his throat. "We know we failed you. We were terrible parents, but this business employs 200 people, families who depend on us." "I'm aware." I closed the folder. "Which is why I'm not rejecting your proposal outright, but I have conditions." They leaned forward desperately. "Full operational control transfers to me. Richard, you'll retire. Margaret, you'll move to an advisory role only. The company gets restructured my way." I paused. "And Lily steps down from her VP position. She's underqualified and her mistakes cost you millions." My mother gasped. "But Lily has had every advantage handed to her and squandered it," I finished. "Those are my terms, non-negotiable." The irony wasn't lost on any of us. The daughter they discarded was now the only one who could save what they'd built. The daughter they chose had nearly destroyed it. "We'll need to discuss," my father began. "You have 48 hours, I said, standing. "After that, I take my offer to your competitors." As I reached the door, my mother's voice stopped me. "Jennifer, we're sorry. We were wrong about everything." I turned back, seeing them truly for the first time in years, smaller, older, broken by their own choices. "Sorry doesn't pay back my student loans," I said quietly. "Sorry doesn't give me back the parents I needed. But maybe it's a start." I left them there, knowing they'd accept my terms. They had no choice. Sometimes, justice isn't about revenge. It's about proving that the child they threw away was exactly the one they needed all along. The difference is, now I didn't need them at all.